Hello grade 7, I hope you are fine and everything is fine with you. This is Mr. Mahmoud and we are having a new vocabulary lesson 21, Modern Medicine and You. Let's start guys. First word is antiseptic. Antiseptic. Imagine what it would have been like to live before there were antiseptics. Think of all the infections we can prevent now, remarks Eduardo. Antiseptic is an adjective, means preventing infection, sterile. Also it can be a noun, a substance that slows or stops germs. So antiseptic is what we are now using most of the time due to the pandemic of coronavirus. Antiseptic is all these liquids, creams that protect us from all germs, bacteria and viruses. The word number 2, edible. Edible. Yes, and imagine having to figure out by trial and error which foods were edible. You might accidentally eat something poisonous for dinner, says John. Edible is an adjective, means fit to eat. Any food that normally we can eat with no problem, it's not poisonous, it's good for our health, it is edible. We can describe it as edible. Number 3, endurance. Endurance. Now when people feel weak and tired, we often say that they need to build up their endurance. Doctors tells us that to build up our strength we should exercise, not rest, as Tawanda. So endurance is a noun, means strength to last or withstand hard wear, ability to put up with something. Guys, endurance is a noun, means toleration, bearing, or standing something really hard, or the power to stand something or to bear something or tolerate something. Alright, endurance is a noun and the verb of it is endure. Let's go to the word number 4, glucose. Glucose. My sister has to check her glucose levels all the time because she has diabetes. That's a disease that has to do with blood sugar. Until fairly recently, doctors didn't know how to treat diabetes, Emmy says. Glucose is a noun, means a type of sugar that occurs in fruits, honey and so on. Yes, it is a type of sugar that all the time provide us with the energy that it can be useful for our bodies. But also it can be harmful when it's too much. That's why people who had this disease, diabetes is this disease when we have too much sugar in our blood. So we have to check our glucose all the time. Word number 4, immune. Immune. Now we have shots that make us immune to viruses that once killed people. Today, lots of germs can no longer make us sick. Eduardo, it adds. Immune is an adjective, means protected from disease or free from disease. Do not forget, immune is an adjective and there is organ or system we have in our bodies called immunity, which fights and struggles against all the viruses, microbes that go inside our bodies. Number 6, nutrition. Nutrition. Yes, and we understand now how important nutrition is. We know that to be healthy we need to eat lots of grains, fruits and vegetables, says Tawanda. Nutrition is a noun, means food or nourishment, the process by which food is used for growth or energy. Alright, nutrition is this food that can be useful for our body, helps us to grow and have the useful energy. Number 7, optical. I'm thankful for the advances they have made in optical field. I don't know what I would do without my glasses, says John. Optical is an adjective, means related to the sense of sight or visual. Guys, optical is the adjective that's related to our eyes, to our sight, to our visuals. And we use it all the time to describe whatever related to our eyes. Number 8, organism. Organism. In some countries, healthcare still has a long way to go. For examples, bacteria and other nasty little organisms in the water supply make people very sick, remarks Melissa. Organism is a noun. It means an animal or plant with organs that function together to maintain life, a living thing, anything that resembles a living thing in a structure or function. Guys, organisms can be these small things that we can see, like bacteria, like germs, but it must be a living thing, because viruses are not organisms. Why? Because viruses are non-living thing. Let's go to number 9. Parasite. Parasite. Some little children have worms and other parasites that live in them and rob them of their health. She adds, parasite is a noun, plant or animal that gets food or protection from another living being without benefiting that other being. Guys, parasite, any plant or animal that takes the protection and the food from other animal or plant, and it doesn't give any benefit to other food or plant that is taken from it the food and protection. That's parasite. Pigment. Pigment. John says it's funny how we don't always act on what we know. Tanning makes the pigment in our skin gets darker and can cause cancer. Yet a lot of us still lie out in the sun for hours. Pigment is a noun, coloring matter in cells of plants and animals, coloring used in paints. Guys, pigment is these cells of colors, or what shapes the colors of our skin or bodies. Pigment is a noun, also means color, also means dye, that we use it to dye our hairs, for example. So guys, open with me your books, page 85. Of course, we know all this exercise. Number 11, adjective related to the sense of sight or visual. Of course, it's optical. Optical. Number 12, adjective preventing infection. Sterile. Noun, a substance that slows or stops germs. So it is antiseptic. Number 12, antiseptic. Number 13, a noun, an animal or plant with organs that function together to maintain life. A living thing, anything that resembles a living thing in structure or function. Organism. Organism. Number 14, adjective means fit to eat. Edible. Edible. Number 15, noun, coloring matter in cells of plants and animal, coloring used in paints. Pigment. Pigment. Number 16, strength to last, withstand hardware, ability to put up with something, toleration, bearing, standing, and so on, which is endurance. Endurance. Number 17, a plant or animal that gets food or protection from another living being without benefiting that other being, which is parasite. Parasite. Number 18, food or nourishment, a process by which food is used for growth or energy. Nutrition. Nutrition. Number 19. Adjective, protected from disease, free from. Immune. Immune. Number 20. Type of sugar that occurs in fruits, honey, and so on. Glucose. Guys, please try to do your homework and try to see my videos. Your homework is page 86. And I hope you stay fine, guys. And I do miss you. I hope everything will be fine with all of us. And thank you for your listening.